Yeah, still kicking it with Visual Venture. Hold on. Visual Venture. What the hell did I just say? No, Visual Venture. Getting disturbed for the night or for the morning, depending on what time it is there by you. Disturbing mystery still unsolved today. Imagine, today. Visual Venture, as I said. Let's see, a month ago. Okay, not too bad. Because at the same time, you know, I don't wanna like jump on like immediately jump on maybe a reaction video, you know, immediately after the creators just dropped it. It doesn't make sense because, you know, they gotta get all that, they gotta get a state video, right? Especially because with this whole thing where reaction, you know, content creators, like, y'all may, you know, they may get more of the views depending on like what level of reaction content creator you are, right? You may be taking some traffic from the original creator, right? We're talking about like those Asmon Golds type of content creators, right? Penguin Zeros, when they get on your content before you even get your little algorithmic activity, expected algorithmic activity, right? It may feel you may feel slighted, you know what I mean? Because they may take some of them, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm not gonna lie to you, there's some of these videos that reaction content creators that I'm tapped into may react to, you know what I mean? But then now I don't even go watch the original content creators content because of that. I'm like, yo, nah, I just saw this there by AD let up. You know what I'm saying? But like, damn. But then, you know, the algorithm might also recommend it to me. But here's the L with me, right? Is because I do the same thing as like what they do. Saying I create from consumption. Like, that's what I have on my bio. It's content created from created content, you know what I'm saying? And so the same way, like the content that I consume, I create the same shit, you know what I mean? And so therefore, for example, maybe if a Birdo reacted to a video and then the algorithm suggests me the same video, I may, you know, maybe like, yo, that might have been like a fire reaction idea, but I already done sat through it with, you know what I'm saying, with Young Dawn or something. Okay, I know people do not care about that. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, little, oh my god, should summarize it. Y'all smart, y'all get the picture, like, as the things go, dog. I'm not gonna summarize this part of the video, but it is some unsolved mystery for sure.
Fired one shot out of his... They don't know who he was shooting at or what he was shooting at, but he fired a shot before he crashed.
Ron used his firearm that night, but no one knows at whom or at what. Did Ron confront the letter writer? That question was never answered. But even after Ron's passing, the letters continued. The writer continued accusing Mary of having an affair. One letter was sent to the local newspaper. The situation turned into a public scandal. Then Mary made a confession. She admitted she was in a relationship with Gordon Massey, the man she was accused of cheating with. But Mary said the relationship started after her husband's demise. Maybe she figured the letters would stop after her confession. Instead, the messages became more extreme. The writer accused her of destroying families. One letter even mentioned Mary's daughter.
How's your little girl? Will she grow up to be like you?
Man,
absolutely unhinged thing to say.
What a crazy letter.
The writer wrote, "It's your daughter's turn to pay for what you've done."
Damn. Yeah, nah, of course, this is somebody that knows them really closely.
Then in February,
this looks like an inside job.
1983, the situation turned deadly. One day, Mary was driving her usual bus route. She noticed a handmade sign on a fence. The sign contained a vulgar message about her daughter. Believing it was from the letter writer, she stopped the bus. She got out and tried to remove the sign. Behind it was a small box. She opened it. Inside was a firearm. The weapon was rigged to fire when the
Bro, is this a real story, Visual?
sign was pulled away, but it malfunctioned. If it worked, Mary could have lost her life. She took the box and the weapon to the police. Investigators examined the firearm. They were able to restore the partially filed off serial number. And the weapon was traced back to a man named Paul Freshour. He was Mary's brother-in-law. Paul denied any involvement. Still, he was charged with attempted murder because the weapon belonged to him. He was found guilty and sentenced to 7 to 25 years in prison. Many people believed the case was solved. They thought out Paul was the secret letter writer, but even while he was behind bars, the letters kept coming. The writer was still
so,
out
okay,
there.
so how then do we explain that then? Does he remain in prison still, knowing that the letters don't come from him? Like what?
The letters continued until 1994. Then they suddenly stopped. Nearly 18 years passed since the first letter. To this day, the writer's identity remains unknown.
No, but then at that point, they should have just like seen what's different around Gloria's life, right? Like what's different around Gloria's life? Who all of a sudden like stopped pulling up? Who all of a sudden like did we, you know, I don't know, not see? Like whose presence did we not see, or what changed as per the environment that like stayed the same while these letters kept coming? You know what I mean? Unless she moves to another location and blah blah, but like I doubt she would have done that. You know what I mean? Well, she may have done that trying to save her own life, but then, you know, that wouldn't help the investigation too. I mean, that wouldn't help this kind of revelation, where it's like, yo, once the letters stop, we see like what's different, like which friend stopped coming around, or which family member just like stopped engaging with her. You know what I'm saying? Because we can now connect that with that. Now they got like a whole guy in prison who, you know, he just owned the gun that ended, or that was like plotted to end somebody's life. He just owned the gun, you know what I'm saying? He probably lost the gun, like the gun probably might have gotten stolen by the person that was writing the letters and planted, you know what I'm saying, by that person that wrote the letters. He probably like lost the gun ages ago. Saying? So yeah. Oh, it's kind of weird.
And many questions remain unanswered. This next mystery is about a man who vanished without a trace. The man with no memory. The man was missing for 30 years, then he came back. He was wearing the same outfit he had on when he vanished. He looked confused and distant. When his family asked where he was for 30 years, his answer made no sense at all. In 1991, he was wearing the same outfit. This next mystery is about a man who vanished without a trace.
For 30 years.
The man with no memory. A man was missing for 30 years, then he came back. He was wearing the same outfit he had on when he...
Bro, for 30 years, bro. 30 years, bro. That's like going away as like wait. Damn, a 15-year-old coming back 45 years deep. 45 years old. You know? Now, if you bounced at age 30, you're coming back 75 years deep, like... What the hell? Your memory is gone for 30 years? No. This guy was probably like getting like super fried, you know what I'm saying? Like daily fried for 30 years straight. No form of overdose worked and blah blah blah. And then he sobered up, and then he remembered, damn, let me go back home. You know? And if you ask him what happened that 30 years, he probably wouldn't be able to tell you, right? Okay, now I'm just making things up. Let's go visual venture.
Vanished. He looked confused and distant. When his family asked where he was for 30 years, his answer made no sense at all. In 1991, Vasile Gorgos was a 63-year-old man in Romania. He lived on a farm with his family and raised cattle. Every now and then, he would travel for business. That year, he prepared one more trip to another city. He got out of bed, fed his cattle, and went to the train station. He told his family he would return in a day or two. However, Vasile never came back. Given his age, his family grew worried. They reported him missing, but the police weren't able to find any leads. Weeks turned into months, months turned into years, and years turned into decades. Vasile was 63 when he vanished. As time passed, his family accepted that he...
when he vanished. 63 when he vanished. So like, what's that plus 30? I mean, yeah, plus 30. 93 when you came back, bro. Wait, let me just check my sound right quick, bro.
Answer made no sense at all. In 1991, Vasile Gorgos...
Okay, how's my voice sounding then? What time it is? There by you. Okay. Sorry, y'all, my bad.
He was no more. They began holding a yearly memorial service in his honor. 30 years went by with no answers.
What?
Then he returned in the most unexpected way possible. One day in August 2021, a mysterious car pulled up in front of Vasile's old home. No
Yeah.
one recognized the vehicle. The back door opened. Someone pushed out an old man. Before anyone could record
What?
the license plates, the car sped
he was
away. The man
kidnapped
left
for 30
standing
years?
there was Vasile Gorgos. He was now 93 years old. When his family saw him, they rushed outside. After 30 years, they were reunited. But everyone had the same question. Where was he for the last 30 years? When asked where he had been, Vasile insisted that he was home the entire time. It seemed he had no memory of the last
Dog,
30 years.
Nah, something happened with this guy, dog. No, I was home the whole time. No, what do you mean? I was here the whole time. Nah, chill out, nigga. I feel like wherever Vasile was at, bro, like, this man, he probably took an oath never to reveal the secrets of what happened for 30 years. Like, he probably took an oath, like, bro, if you tell anybody, you will die on the spot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe some black magic, maybe some stuff where, you know, they got him hooked, like, they got his psychology, like, attached to that shit as part of his belief system. Whatever happened, wherever it happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, the consequence of, like, bro, you dare reveal this stuff, I'm telling you, bro. Not only you, your whole lineage for the next 12 generations, bro. Fries, facts. You know what I'm saying? You say a word, bro. You gotta take this to the grave. And I'm sure, like, nigga, 30 years, bro. Okay, now that's its whole mystery. Like, was he? Fuck. But shit. Look, you like, he might have, you know, gone to a place where he was compliant. Like, he was just like compliant, coherent. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was understanding what was going on. Probably fell in love with it, fell attached to it. Like, this is. But then, you know, after that 30 years, something twisted happened. They had to let him go. But they were like, yo, we still got you though. But just don't freaking reveal the secrets. Because if he was against what was happening, if it was held against his will and he was against it, like, it wouldn't be a problem revealing it. Like, fuck y'all niggas, I'm telling. What the hell? Y'all took me through whatever y'all took me through, like, for 30 years and blah, blah, blah. You know, so there may have been a level of attachment somewhat to what was going on. Because now he's like, oh shit, okay, cool. I'll have to keep the secret. I'll have to, you know, take this to the grave with me type shit. And there you go. He's literally not letting his family know what the hell happened. Talking about, no, I was home the whole time. What do you mean? Nigga, you were 60. You were You were 60 before we had. You were 60 the last conversation we had, nigga. You were 90 fucking 3, bro. What? Something really strange, like, transpired.
Even stranger, he was wearing the same clothes from the day he disappeared. When they checked his pockets, he still had his train ticket from 1991. Both his clothes and his train ticket were in fairly good condition.
God.
His family thought he had a medical condition that affected his mind, but doctors found no major health problems.
He was described as being in very good health, aside
this guy
from
full of
some
shit, bro.
neurological
Don't go lie.
issues, which
Nah,
were
he's
said to
full
be
of shit.
nothing out of the ordinary for his age.
Investigators tried to trigger his memory. They asked about his childhood and adult life, and Vasile remembered a lot.
His memory.
I don't know. Maybe like some. I don't know, man. Maybe some blood rituals happened. Like, yo, dog. Like, you dare take the secrets up. Like, it got him so shook, bro. Or maybe they did perform some black magic where they wiped out his whole memory. Like, you know what I'm saying? On some Men in Black shit, like shining that light, like, you know. And literally, like, maybe that literally worked, man. But this is crazy. Like, this man is full of shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
From before his disappearance were reportedly mostly very clear.
He remembered events from decades earlier, but his memory stopped in 1991. It was as if the last 30 years were erased. Police reopened the case. Their only lead was the mysterious car that dropped them off, but it led nowhere.
And the vehicle sped off before anyone could ask questions or see the driver.
Without new evidence, the investigation stalled again. The media picked up the story, and it went viral online. Internet users formed their own theories. Some believed Vasile was used in a secret government experiment. Afterward, they wiped his memory. Another theory claimed he was imprisoned in another country. Others had a more scandalous explanation.
Some speculated that he abandoned his old life to start
What's his name again? Vasily George?
Knew.
Let me take out my little investigator right quick, man. I don't know if my boy knows anything, but your co-pilot, you know what I'm saying? Your co-pilot, easy. Yo, Vasily George, right? A co-pilot, what really happened to Vasily George for those 30 years that he had disappeared?
It appears that Vassal George, also known as Vassal Gorgos, disappeared in 1991 during a routine trip in Romania, and then reappears 30 years later in 2021. When he returned, he was wearing the exact same clothes he had on the day he vanished and had no memory of where he had been. He simply claimed that he had been at home the entire time, even though his family had been searching for him and had even held memorials believing that he was gone forever.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Like, what really happened? Do you have any information of what really happened?
It's definitely a puzzling case, but we really don't have any definitive information on what actually happened to Vassal George during those 30 years.
Wait, is he still alive?
Yes, Vassal Gorgos is still alive. As of 2026, he has made public appearances and remains in generally good health, although he still has no memory of the missing year.
He's 99 years old, right?
Yes, that's correct. Vassal Gorgos is indeed around 99 years old as of 2026, based on the timeline of his disappearance and reappearance.
No, 93 in 2021. 5 years later. It's around 98, 99. Ah, dude, this is crazy. But to this day? God, nigga.
Possibly with a lover, and that he returned home to make amends before his health deteriorated.
But none of the theories explained one thing: why Vasily was wearing the same outfit and why his train ticket was still in his pocket. After his return, Vasily settled back in with his family.
Yo, that government allegation, baby. Yo. Government was running social experiments with this old nigga.
To this day, no one knows where Vasily Gorgos was for 30 years. The man in our next chapter went on a holiday with his friends and was never the same again.
Nah, y'all missing
The unexplained case of Lars Matang. In 2014, a German man went on vacation with his friends. 8 days later, he was running through an airport in terror. As he ran, he yelled, "I don't want to die here." But here's the strangest part: no one was chasing him. So what was he running from? That man was 28-year-old Lars Matang. In June 2014, Lars traveled.
You're probably seeing things. Maybe it was an undiagnosed case of, skits.
To Golden Sands Resort in Bulgaria. It was supposed to be a simple holiday with friends. For the first few days, Lars was reportedly in a good mood. Then on the 6th night, things went downhill. Lars separated from the group while they were out.
Yeah, well, you could only blame those kind of things to just, wrong substances that probably his body, was not in agreement with. Because I mean, what else, bro? You talking about going out with friends? Obviously, y'all having a good time. Y'all just doing whatever y'all can to just get everybody in the mood, right? Things like this. Little quick word from the sponsors. We shall be back, bro. Y'all know how it goes.
Yeah. Fat lady sings, I see the writing on the walls. I mean, back to the sin, cause it was pride before the fall. And now the demons grin, there's no temptation.